So thank you all for coming. I greatly appreciate you attending my speech. So let's just dive right into it. What if I told you that the prosperity and innovation we now experience is largely due to a system many are now questioning? That system is free market capitalism. My goal here today is to get you to support free market capitalism as America's best option. Since the age of 19 years old, I've been deeply infatuated with the world of economics. This has not only shaped my understanding of the world, but also given me the passion to dive deeper into this complex, convoluted field to talk about such delicate subjects such as economic theories and specifically free market capitalism. My commitment to my education in economics is a testament of how serious I take this speech and deliver this knowledge to you. And today I not only bring facts and figures, but I also bring an enthusiasm in which I discuss this topic with you all. Regardless of our political background, economic upbringing, or career path, free market capitalism affects us all, from the jobs we receive, from what our retirement is going to look like, or how many kids we're going to have. It isn't just some academic thought experiment, but rather crucial knowledge that every citizen should be armed with. So with that being said, we're going to start and talk about the problem, some of its causes, and then talk about the solutions and the potential benefits of those solutions. With that roadmap in place, let's begin with the problem. So the problem is, some people support a socialistic style of wealth distribution over capitalism. For example, Democratic lawmakers have been really vocal about increased taxation within America and socialistic style wealth distribution. For example, prominent Democratic figures such as Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez have touted for increased taxation on wealthier individuals. Bernie Sanders wants to impose a plan to significantly reduce billionaire wealth over the next 15 years. Elizabeth Warren also would like to implement a progressive tax rate to hurt higher income families and distribute that wealth to lower income families. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez touts similar themes, but with a marginal tax rate, her way of addressing income inequalities. This theme of people supporting socialistic style wealth distribution is not only seen in our legislative system, but also in academic institutions around the country. Harvard Business School is a prime example. ESG, social impact investing, are core socialistic themes that are being taught alongside core economic principles such as profit maximization, balance sheets, assets, and liabilities. This trend highlights the broader support for socialistic style wealth distribution within our country. Now that we talked about some of the problems, let's dwell on the causes and why people may believe these to be the case of supporting socialistic style wealth distribution over capitalism. People have a fundamental misconception about how capital or wealth is achieved within our system, often viewing it as gotten through ill-gotten gains or corrupt means. For example, Congresswoman Jayapala criticized Elon Musk's low effective tax rate of 3.2% from 2014 to 2018, claiming average families in America pay just 13% between those 2 years. However, what the Congresswoman failed to mention is that Elon Musk, due to his stock sales in 2021, paid $11 billion in taxes, the single biggest tax fine in history, enough to fund the SEC, the Security and Exchange Commission, for the next 5 years straight. She conveniently left that out. Another reason why people support socialistic style wealth distribution over capitalism is because they believe the government is efficient at actually funding and alleviating poverty. The Democratic perspective is we tax one group of people, i.e. the wealthy, and distribute it to people on the lower income scale of the distribution. or income distribution. This can be seen in the form of direct payments, food stamps, affordable housing, things of that nature, etc. However, data suggests from the census.gov that the government is highly inefficient at doing its primary purpose with these social welfare programs. For example, data from the census.gov stated that in 1990, there were 35 million Americans below the poverty line. In 2022, there are 37 million Americans below the poverty line. That trend alone is an uncomfortable one, but coupled with the fact that the United States government is now spending 2 times more on social welfare spending, is evident that this is often a complex problem that cannot be solved by distributing wealth from one group and handing it to another. It is very nuanced and it has to be taken very delicately, because systems are often very complex and cannot just be changed with the snap of a finger and everything is expected to work out fine. But now that we talked about some of the reasons why people support socialistic style wealth distribution over capitalism, let's go over the solution and then talk about the benefits. So my solution is to support free market capitalism, and that offers 2 primary benefits as I see it. Number one, if we support free market capitalism, the economy will have more risk capital, which will lead to greater innovation and greater products and services throughout the economy. An example from the Global Index highlighted that economies with free market capitalism, or with free market capitalism as their economic system, often led in innovation and growth. And this can be seen through countries like China and India that relaxed their command style aggression on their economies, and their middle class started to grow and their products are way better. The second reason, or the second solution, or the second benefit, is a more equitable distribution of wealth. In Adam Smith's a famous economist book, The Wealth of Nations, he argues that if the market is left to its own devices, it often allocates wealth in an efficient manner due to who is creating the most value in that economy. And those who are the value creators often create more value, which will rise the living standards of everyone within the society. Now that we talked about some of the solutions, let's just wrap up the things we talked about. So first, we talked about the problem of growing support in our country for socialistic style wealth distribution over capitalism. Second, we looked at why people support socialistic style wealth distribution and kind of debunked those claims. Third, we examined some of the merits of supporting free market capitalism. As we move forward, let's embrace these principles of free market capitalism, not just for the prosperity that they ensure for all of us, but the equitable future that they can bring. America needs to tread really close to not kill the golden goose that lays so many eggs. Thank you all for your time. I hope you have a blessed day.